Welcome to the Grow Your Business Cleveland video series. Co-producing and appearing in the series, the talented GYB CLE Interns. Supporting sponsors include NOAC, a regional partnership of Chambers of Commerce.
New Image Media, Northeast Ohio's most recognized name in video for business.
In this episode, Katherine Miracle, entrepreneur, professional speaker, author, and brand developer, shares 3 ways to create your strategic personal brand. After the tip, we go backstage and learn how Google Alerts changed her life, key challenges for employers, a tragedy that inspired her career path, and more.
I'm Katherine Miracle. I'm president of Miracle Resources. I'm an author and professional speaker. My tip is your strategic personal brand and 3 ways to create it. The truth and the lies of your personal brand. You see, in today's society, we're filled with a world of people with self-promotion and constant push. What I'm going to give you are 3 ways to create your strategic personal brand. And there is a difference. Number 1, check. Check what you believe to be true. Did you know you were branded as a child? Maybe you were the smart one, the sick one, the athletic one, the pretty one. What we believe about ourselves is projected in the way in which we communicate. And here's the scary thing about that. Sometimes what we believe about ourselves isn't true. So that check self-inventory matters. Step 2, you need to make sure that you create a strategic personal brand. So how do you do it? Well, what you do is you make absolutely sure that you find someone who's doing what you want to do. Not to mimic them, but to learn from them. Mine was Lou Tice. Lou Tice was a personal coaching expert. I learned so much from him. And what I learned from him was that people's thoughts sometimes lead them to success or failure. So the first step in creating a strategic personal brand is finding someone, meeting them, and learning from them. The second step, making sure that you find a quote, something that describes your motto, your campaign, the way you live. I'm going to ask you a really tough question. If I put you on CNN or any international news outlet, and asked you to tell the world your message, what would you say? So be strategic. Find that quote, that motto that you'll live by. The other part is research. When you look at who you want to become and the type of clients and customers that you want to attract, you need to do your homework. You need to be an expert on your topic, and that's the information that you would share. Step 3 in creating your strategic personal brand, consider the consequences. I always tell everyone I meet, you can be any brand that you want to be, but a brand disconnect happens when you say you're one thing and your actions show another. So for all of us, whether it's tweeting, posting, sharing, or videos, we need to know our strategic personal brand. And I want you to know that this is an easy process. It's a lot of self-searching, especially the check part. Check what you believe to be true. And then going into creating your personal brand, it takes work. But with so much at stake and your words out into the world going viral, your job is to be strategic and make sure you give the best representation of who you are and who you want to work with.
Up next, we get to know Katherine. Staying up to date in an ever-changing industry can be a real challenge, but keeps you ahead of the curve and seen as a go-to expert. Katherine shares her secret weapon.
In my business, I have to have the knowledge to give to my clients. And if I don't know what's going on, then I'm in trouble. Google Alerts changed my life. What Google Alerts did for me was give me free information that comes in as I request it. And whether it's Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Crane's Cleveland Business, CBC Magazine, I read everything. I devour Advertising Age. Advertising Age is a big thing in my industry, American Marketing Association. So I love getting Google Alerts because, again, they're free and do all my research for me.
We asked Katherine, what are the key challenges for employers today?
Key challenges for employers today are the soft skills. People get fired because of them. What I mean by soft skills is whether it is attitude, whether it is what we post on social media. Again, going back to strategic personal branding, and I'm an expert in that area, one of the things employers tell me all the time is they struggle because an employee may have the best technical skills, but sadly they don't represent the company's brand. They don't even represent themselves well. So the big issue for employers is to, again, make sure that they're giving the training. You know, we always say whenever we do a training, we never tell people what to do. We give them that self-discovery. And here's what I mean by that. We have a program called Brand plus Team equals Revenue. You know, maybe you were taught to play on a baseball team, and that's how you learn to be a team player. Maybe you're from a big family and you had to share the bathroom, like me. I'm from a big family, so we had to be a team player. But not everyone knows that. So we have a program that starts with respectful communication. What is respect to one person is very different than what's respect to another person. The other part is team charters. Employers have to get teams to work together to get people to be productive. But people come into the workplace without this training. So brand plus team equals revenue isn't telling people what to do. It's helping them discover and also have the resources to work as a team, to communicate effectively, to be able to get up and give a presentation. We can't just assume people know how to do that or assume that they know how to be a team player or know how to represent the brand. They need that help and that training.
Oprah Winfrey said, "Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher." Katherine credits her many mentors.
Mrs. Virginia Marty Veith, one of my mentors, started Virginia Marty College of Art and Design. She's one of my mentors. I mean, she had 8 children as a single parent and started a fashion brand. I'm starting a fashion design brand this year, and I think about everything she taught me. The other part about her is that from a marketing perspective as an entrepreneur, she helped me see my marketing skills. Other mentors that I have are people who are great speakers, that are my mentors. Lou Tice, who I talked about earlier, Lou Tice with coaching, and again, helping people see using their thoughts and creating their strategic personal brand based on what they believe to be true about themselves. One of the best stories, I think, is my mentorship with Bill Donahan. Bill is currently the CEO of the Adams HS Board. Bill has been the Director of Safety for the City of Cleveland, the head of the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. Bill's a change agent. Wherever he works and wherever he goes, he makes things happen. And I'm kind of like that too because I've learned from him, whether it's starting my own company or this new fashion and design brand or teaching college or being a paid public speaker. So each of my mentors represents different things, but I learned from them and they're the key to my success.
After tragedy strikes in Katherine's college years, she shares how she has grown from the experience and how it has pushed her to be the successful woman she is today.
My first book, Discovering Your Dawn, is based on the true story of my love for my little sister and my love for my pledge sister and my sorority. Wendy was my pledge sister. Do you ever have a friend who just has your back? Well, that's Wendy. I mean, Wendy just had my back. And with Dawn, I always wanted a little sister. I'm the youngest of 5. And Dawn and I did everything together. She was the fashion. I mean, she really wanted the fashion marketing. And it's funny because we both knew we'd be entrepreneurs, and this is our whole college plan. We're going to start my business first and then hers. Well, here's how crazy life is and how serendipitous this is. I'm able this year in 2016 to start a fashion design brand, and it's really in honor of her. And it'll be all couture. And the story is that that's what she loved. And our story is a rough story that I'm going to just share with you. When I was in college, we had just this great relationship. But this summer, right before my senior year of college, we had a fight. And the fight was about something stupid. I was kind of judgmental with her. And I walked away and I didn't look back. And I thought, you know what? This fight is not my fault. This is her fault. I'm going to walk away. Well, 48 hours later, Dawn and Wendy were traveling together. I was supposed to be with them, and they were kidnapped and murdered, and their lives taken from them at ages 21 and 20 years old. And so writing Discovering Your Dawn, I communicate with people on a weekly basis. They may have somebody who's been murdered. They may have somebody who's been raped in their family. They may have lost a friend. And we talk about it because the way I got through that was I believe your pain becomes your campaign. You got to do something with it. So for me, honoring Dawn by writing this book in 2009 and now in 2016 launching this kind of online boutique, I feel good because I'm able to do and finish what we said we were going to do. It does not mean that I don't miss her every day. It does not mean that I feel bad about handling things the way I do. I do feel bad about how I handled it. There were some people who I wasn't nice to during that time. So what that's done for me by writing the book is I've actually met with everybody who was in my life at that time and apologized, asked for forgiveness, and then written this book to help other people. And that's my story.
So how did Katherine score as a Grow Your Business Cleveland expert? We gave a thumbs up for her awesome personal brand strategies, brand plus team equals revenue, her book, Discovering Your Dawn, and sharing a secret weapon. Special thanks goes to our Grow Your Business Cleveland contributing experts for supporting our mission of growing business and kickstarting careers in Northeast Ohio. So don't miss a video or an opportunity to be part of the show. Subscribe at GYBCLE.com and follow us on our social media channels. And remember, if you like it, share it.